Now, 3 men have been arrested for allegedly stealing petrol from a tanker parked at a Gauteng police station. The men allegedly targeted 9,000 litres of petrol in a Transnet vehicle. It was being temporarily stored at the Bracken Downs police station. The Hawks Philani Nkwalase joins us now to tell us more. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Nkwalase, and welcome to Newslink. Just first of all, tell us about what happened in court yesterday.
A good day to you, firstly, Masiho, and your listeners, and of course, Merry Christmas. The 3 suspects appeared. Thank you. 3 suspects appeared at the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court yesterday, and they were facing charges of theft of fuel allegedly belonging to Transnet. And the case was remanded to the 3rd of January for a formal bail application. Basically, the trio were arrested on Wednesday, the 22nd of December. They allegedly came to Brackenstown police station and with 2 vehicles, and they purported to be members of the Transnet who were coming to recover petrol that was contained in a truck, of which the truck had been seized on a previous matter. And basically, the unsuspecting junior police officer initially allowed them to connect because of what the information they gave. And later on, a senior police officer within the very same police station inquired as to what was happening, and of course called the officers from the Transnet, and it was immediately established that they were not who they claimed to be, and they were immediately arrested. And basically on that previous matter, how that truck got to the station in the first place, the driver who was driving within the Brackenstown policing area was stopped by the police, and they requested, it was in the middle of the night, around just after 11 o'clock, when he was stopped, and they requested him to produce some receipts for the petrol where he was going. And of course, he could not give a satisfactory response, and that led to the truck being seized and kept at the police station. And of course, the relevant, entities were alerted to the incident, and he was requested to produce the receipt for the truck to go. And later on, in the early hours of that night of the 17th of December, it was in the morning, basically on the 18th, when Fidelity security officers arrested 2 other suspects who had, equipment, hose pipes, and spades. And of course, it was clear that they had committed, they vandalized one of the essential infrastructure and they had petrol containers. And the investigation then linked the truck that had already been seized from a driver with the 2 suspects that were, arrested by the security. So the 3 suspects were arrested for, vandalizing or damage to essential infrastructure. And now, later on, the 3 came to the police station to, drain the petrol. So it's basically 6 suspects arrested in those 2 criminal incidents.
Oh, okay, because my next question obviously was going to be, how did they know that there was petrol at that particular police station? If investigations are showing some type of inside job, either on the part of the police or the part of Transnet.
Well, that is basically the part of the investigation that we are covering now, and also sampling of the petrol, if the petrol that was contained there belongs to Transnet, and of course on that point where there was damage to the infrastructure. So that investigation is going to cover those grounds. And of course the 3 have appeared in court and was remanded for January. They remain in custody. That investigation also is going to also link to see if the 6 are actually linked to, form part of the same syndicate or not.
And just very quickly, what are they charged with exactly? Is it just theft, or what other charges are they facing?
The 3 that came to the police station, of course, it's the charge of theft of that fuel, and there may be possible charges that may be added, for instance, impersonating the officials from Transnet, but at this stage, that is what is being investigated, and that's what they are charged for. Those 3 that were previously arrested, the charge relates to damage to infrastructure and, of course, theft of Transnet viewer.